Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining my team and I today as we discuss hybrid work and how Patagonia has been especially innovative in creating flexible, employee-centered work arrangements. But before we dive in, let's quickly take a moment to meet the team behind these findings.
My name is Colin Troca.
I'm Nate Aschenbrenner.
I'm Emma Page.
I'm Kate Hankins.
I'm Mackenzie Silva.
And I'm Xander DeCigio. Today, we'll start with a quick overview of Patagonia and what makes its culture so distinctive. From there, we'll define hybrid work and explore how it operates in practice. Next, we'll dive into Patagonia's own hybrid work strategy, highlighting a key challenge they encountered and how it affected their culture and overall outcomes. Finally, we'll wrap it up with our team's recommendations and a brief conclusion. Patagonia is an outdoor apparel company recognized worldwide for its purpose-driven approach to business. Guided by four core values: integrity, justice, quality, and environmentalism, Patagonia strives to make products and decisions that serve both people and the planet. From the start, founder Yvon Chouinard set a clear standard. The company should treat employees in a way that supports their whole lives, not just their output. Patagonia's sense of purpose comes from the land and water that sustain us, and in return, they focus on nurturing their people. Their employees live out this purpose every day, all contributing to the company's mission of saving our home planet. This commitment goes far beyond typical employee benefits. Patagonia creates an experience that encourages people and their families to live healthier, more balanced lives while helping protect the world we all share. Their hybrid work model reflects the same exact mindset, giving employees the flexibility to work where they feel most focused and fulfilled, whether that's in the office, at home, or out in nature. Let's now take a closer look at hybrid work.
Hybrid work is a model where employees alternate between working on site in a traditional office and working remotely from their home or another location. It became widespread during COVID-19 and has now shifted into what researchers describe as a new global norm. The key benefit of the model is flexibility, where employees can choose when and where to work depending on the type of task, using home for deep focus work and the office for collaboration and social connection. In this in-depth analysis of hybrid work, the model was evaluated using four key employee-reported outcomes: work effectiveness, work engagement, work-life balance, and work-related health. Employees reported that hybrid work gave them greater control over their schedules, improved focus at home, stronger collaboration in the office, and better work-life balance due to reduced commuting time. They also noted increased energy for personal needs, the ability to choose the best location for each task, and higher feelings of empowerment and engagement. While conducting a deep dive research in hybrid work, we found scholarly sources that shows hybrid work has been highly successful for employees, largely because it improves work-life balance and overall effectiveness. The combination of flexibility and control over work location has become a major contributor to health and well-being in today's workforce. For organizations, the challenge is no longer deciding whether hybrid work exists, but how to make it effective. Today's leaders must balance employee needs with organizational goals, ensuring flexibility still aligns teams around meaningful, high-impact work. Now that we know what hybrid work is, let's go over how Patagonia uses hybrid work models.
As previously stated, Patagonia has strong values surrounding employee well-being. They focus on time away from the office to be with family, relax, or for activism. This has led them to offer hybrid work. Hybrid work not only helps people achieve these goals better as they are able to travel and still work, but it helps Patagonia build a stronger relationship with their employees. But how does Patagonia do it? Some of the tactics Patagonia uses are job sharing, flex time, and telecommuting. Job sharing is when a job is split between part-time workers to fulfill the duties normally done by one person working full-time. Patagonia has been known to utilize job sharing to help keep a stable work-life balance. Patagonia has also used telecommuting to help connect those away from the office to their work when they need it. Patagonia has offered telecommuting when it comes to activist travel and for days at home with the family. As mentioned in a Culture Monkey article, Patagonia embraces hybrid models well before it was trendy. The goal is to support life outside the office while maintaining collaboration. They find it key to give opportunities to those who still want to work to reduce stress and keep a consistent work environment. Flex time is the most utilized tactic for Patagonia. They have established that they want a flexible environment to help keep a stable work-life balance. Flexible work hours have been repeatedly mentioned by current and past employees to be a large part of their enjoyment working at Patagonia. This has helped build their reputation as an employee-first work environment. Overall, many of these strategies they have used have been focused on benefiting the employee, but there has been issues with hybrid work over the past few years.
Yes, as just explained, Patagonia demonstrates valuable hybrid work. But in 2022, they did have one mishap that affected the internal satisfaction of the employees. Patagonia gave 90 remote employees 72 hours to relocate to one of their 7 US hub locations or accept severance. These locations, including Atlanta, Salt Lake City, Reno, Dallas, Austin, Chicago, and Pittsburgh. In no way was this supposed to be seen as a return to office, as none of these employees had to work in the office, but rather they just had to be living in the general areas. This was a result of Patagonia moving to its new hub model, which requires employees to live within 60 miles of one of these locations. So, although it is still hybrid work, it defeats the purpose of being able to work from anywhere, which is why employees chose hybrid work. All of this was done in hopes to improve the culture and connection that their employees were feeling a lack of within their job. So positive intentions were there, but this was still seen as an abrupt change, and their employees felt blindsided. As they received an email just 30 minutes before the town hall meeting with no prior indication that they would be expected to make a major life-changing decision. Patagonia has not yet publicly released how many employees chose to relocate and how many chose severance, but they do report that there were some in each direction. For many of the employees, this felt like a betrayal and that this decision contradicted Patagonia's people first, purpose driven image and had marked a shift away from the original values that the founders set for the company. So while the company's goal was to strengthen the culture, the execution had led to a decline in job satisfaction for these employees, reducing the trust they have within the company and highlighting tension between operational needs and employee well-being. So now that we know the situation, let's take a look at some recommendations.
So for our team's recommendation, we wanted to focus on how Patagonia can learn from this situation and prevent something like this from happening again. First, we believe that Patagonia should communicate early on and include employees in certain decisions, such as relocation. Because in the situation when they relocated those 90 employees with almost no notice, it went completely against the open and people-first culture that they're known for. Holding feedback sessions or internal team meetings before making big policy changes would help employees feel heard and hopefully reduce any backlash. Next, we believe that Patagonia needs to be more transparent about why changes are being made. Things like how hub locations are chosen or what support certain employees will receive. Because when people understand the reasoning behind the change, they're more likely to get on board with it. Additionally, we think that they should also offer flexibility and more fair transition options. So that can mean giving employees more time to relocate, offering more substantial relocation stipends, or allowing remote exceptions when possible. Because even small steps like that can help preserve trust and morale within the company. Lastly, and probably most importantly, Patagonia needs to make sure every decision aligns with their core values. They built their brand on sustainability and putting people first, so any future work policies should reflect that same commitment. Overall, our recommendation is about keeping employees at the center of decision making. If Patagonia communicates clearly and stays transparent, it can rebuild employee trust and strengthen its hybrid work culture moving forward. With that, we'll now transition to the conclusion where we'll tie everything together.
So we've talked about a lot of stuff here. Let's get to the conclusion and understand how we can put all of these pieces together. So in closing, Patagonia's hybrid work strategy shows how flexibility and values can shape a company's culture for the better. But it also shows how quickly trust can be shaken when decision feels rushed or top down. Patagonia's approach to hybrid work clearly reflects its core belief in supporting the whole person, not just the employee. Its model encourages balance, autonomy, and engagement, which align with what research shows about modern work with employees. However, the relocation incident highlights an important lesson, which is even purpose-driven organizations must match their actions with their principles. Communication, inclusion, and transparency are not add-ons. They are what keep a values-based culture alive and credible. As organizations continue to redefine hybrid work, Patagonia's experience offers a valuable takeaway. Success depends on designing policies with employees and not just for them. When flexibility, trust, and purpose stay aligned, hybrid work can strengthen both performance and culture. Exactly the balance Patagonia has always aimed to achieve. Committed to good work environments, learning from one misstep. On behalf of all of my team, we thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email any one of us. We are all well versed in the topic. Thank you very much.
And here's a look at all of our references that we utilize to find our key recommendations and findings. We have a total of 12, including some scholarly ones spanning across 2 pages.